What's going on YouTube? Hayden back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we'll be looking at Litecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, as well as XRP to US dollar. As always, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications. Otherwise, let's jump into today's episode. So as you saw in the title, we are discussing why the breakout or the potential bullish movement went downside, went belly up. We're going to look at why exactly the breakout didn't happen, as well as some articles, and then do a little more in-depth technical analysis. But to start off the episode, let's jump into the coin market cap. So I have this loaded up right here, and as you guys can see, we are on coinmarketcap.com. We have a current market cap of $217 billion with a 24-hour volume of 11.9 and then a Bitcoin dominance of 52.4. So what we can take in from that is we have pretty much an ever-changing market cap that's slightly lower than yesterday. I believe yesterday we could have been around 218 billion, only about 1.6 million less billion less from where we were at yesterday. So we're slightly declining, not at an exorbitant rate, but a very small, minute rate. We have a 24-hour volume of 11.9. That's practically even as we were yesterday, and then a slowly increasing Bitcoin dominance at 52.4%. Moving down, as you guys can see, we're looking at the top 10 cryptos, and you can see they are all in red, unfortunately. Bitcoin at 65.77, but barely down anything, 0.79, Ethereum 225 down 0.98, Litecoin down 1%, and XRP down 3.11%. Seems to be the most out of the top 10 cryptos. So it's very interesting, the fact that the past couple of days we saw a slight increase in volume, and we kind of attempted point E, and now we're just kind of trading sideways. We're going quite stagnant, which is interesting. But before I jump into the technical analysis, I found this amazing chart that I thought a lot of you guys would benefit from. So I do want to pull this up really quick. This is on fortune.com. So this says, can the whales of Bitcoin tank the market? And I think that's a beautiful title. As you guys can see, this is a very, very, very interesting graph. It said is by Chain Analysis or Chainalysis from Fortune magazine. So who are the 32 Bitcoin whales? So it basically says each cube represents one wallet, which is quite interesting if you think about it. Traders are 33.1%. Aggregate value of 9 wallets is 2.1 billion. So traders that hold the most. So basically all these blocks right here are whales. Each one represents one whale. A whale is basically a person that has a lot of cryptocurrency. So each wallet, hopefully you guys are familiar with the term wallet, has a decent amount of crypto. So in this sector right here, traders, this represents traders, there's it says of 9 billion wallets. So 9 of these wallets hold $2.1 billion worth of Bitcoin, which is interesting, and it represents around 33% of the market is within these 9 wallets. So that's pretty wild that out of all of the market, 33% are held within just 9 wallets. Just 9 wallets, and there's millions of wallets out there. Miners and early adopters. So early adopters are basically people that got involved into Bitcoin when it first started. When Bitcoin first started, you know what I mean? When one Bitcoin was about, 0.00001 of a dollar or of a penny, it was very easy to accumulate 100 or 1,000 or 5,000, 10,000, 20,000, 30,000 Bitcoin. So basically, if you were an early adopter and you held on to it, that was then. And same thing with the miners, people who mine this and held on to it. So they also 15 wallets. They held 2.1 billion. They have criminal whales. So basically, people that have stolen crypto out of other people. Only 790 million, which is still quite a bit. And then lost wallets. So that's another very interesting thing. When the U.S. economy, when we lose money, when we lose dollars and it's out of, the exchange, I believe they recall on U.S. dollars after a certain date. They kind of burn the money and then create new ones, basically as a way they can keep how much is in regulation. That's the thing compared to Bitcoin. Once it's mined, it is out there, and that's it. We can't create more, and it's basically gone. So it's interesting is basically if you took a thumb drive and you uploaded $1.3 billion of Bitcoin onto it, and you just threw it in the sea, it is gone forever. It is deleted from the market, and that's it. And the fact that there's 1 billion that's just been deleted, which is they've accumulated around 5 wallets which literally only 5 wallets hold 1.3 billion. That's quite a bit, and that represents about 21%. So these are basically the whales of the market. So basically, just to really quickly wrap this up, it says for this article, in the world of Bitcoin, mysterious whales, individuals who own large hoards of this digital currency, have long been a source of speculation and anxiety. Basically, is if they just decide at any point to just sell off all of their money, all of their Bitcoin, it basically tank the market pretty quickly. It says, now new research sheds light on the identity of the whales and their impact on the market. A study of the crypto forensics firm Chain Analysis examined the 32 biggest whales, who together hold more than 1 million of the approximately 17 million Bitcoin mined to date. So 1/17 of the market is owned by these whales. The smallest whale in the sample holds around 12,000 Bitcoins, while the biggest holds more than 85,000 Bitcoins. And that to me is just like so much money. If just one Bitcoin was held by you and I, that's a pretty big stipend. $6,000, $7,000 is a lot. And the fact that somebody holds 12,000, 85,000 Bitcoins is absolutely phenomenal. So that it's just honestly, it's just mind blowing to think that some of these whales hold a lot of this. It's definitely an awesome article. I can post a link in the description below if you guys want to kind of read up on this, but I'm not going to spend too much time on that. Moving on to so let's look at Bitcoin, sorry, and then we'll look at Litecoin. So just really quick. So basically whatever happened is Bitcoin, I just have to make this brighter. Bitcoin was doing quite well. We actually broke bullish from the downtrend. You can see we are at E, and I would, suggest that we are still at point E. We have yet to break through E, but it is still possible. It's very interesting as to what's been happening within this market. We literally broke bullish like yesterday, or like 2 days ago, and now we're looking bearish. So it's very interesting. We broke bullish from the downtrend. You can see we then retraced back down to it, traded below support, so basically resistance, could not seem to break through. Then we hit a pretty big wall, fell all the way from 65.88 all the way down to 64.47. Extremely bearish, this momentum right here. And now you can see we retrace right back up and are reattempting to break through our high-low MMA and, of course, the downtrend. So it's very interesting. We're going to have to see where this what happens and how this takes place. Things are definitely looking quite interesting. It seems like, there's a lot of resistance right here. There's a lot of negative volume. We're not having a lot of volume at all within the markets right now, and we're having a lot of downwards pressure, and the bears are kind of forcing us to get below here. But, if we do reattempt to break bullish from here and we do break through, there's a good possibility, we can climb up fairly quickly. And obviously the way Bitcoin had out that downtrend, it's then, falling into Litecoin and the rest of the altcoins. So we're really just seeing, we're back to square one where we started. You could saw that small rally that we were following turned bearish right here, and now we're pretty much back to where we started. So there is some sort of resistance at this high-low middle moving average. We were nearing overbought on the relative strength indicator for Litecoin on the 4-hour, but we're looking quite nice now, only at 43. We were at around 63 prior. That was back on the end of October 18th, so around a day ago. So things are kind of just taking another toll, I guess. We're kind of retesting. We restarted retesting the market, reattempting to break through our high-low MMA again. Very interesting. This $57 for Litecoin seems to be a very, very, very strong support. In due time, we could, break bullish. I do think we're going to retest this high-low MMA again, but I do think when we do break, we're going to break pretty darn strong. So I would be cautious, and I would wait for that to happen. As for Ethereum, this is probably the most taboo currency out of all of them right now. As you guys can saw, there was a lot of movement and volatility within Litecoin and Bitcoin, in regards to what has been happening in the past couple of weeks. We've seen volatility many, many months ago, but as of right now, this little movement right here is volatility in an ever so stable, unstable market. You know what I mean? It's been quite stable the past couple of days. That's what I'm trying to get at. We've seen a lot of stability right here, but the fact that this coin on the daily as I'm literally zooming in on here. Ethereum is so flatlined. It is so flatlined. I am expecting some sort of movement to happen fairly soon and very quick. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a nice pop right there. I'm really anticipating some sort of move because this is not, you know, stable. We've seen some sort of consolidation in the past, and even then this is more flatline. So a breakout in some sort of direction is definitely headed for Ethereum fairly quickly. Moving on to XRP. XRP broke bearish from its high-low MMA, coming back down to retest its green band right now. Will it hold support? We're going to have to find out. Definitely can. It definitely has a lot of strength at the green band, so we're going to have to see. I do think it's going to hold support here fairly well, unless we see a spike in the downwards direction within Bitcoin. XRP should hold quite well. Otherwise, it's headed all the way back down to its basically where it started the breakout originally. Otherwise, that's going to sum up the episode for today, guys. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, leave a giant thumbs up if you like the content. This way I know to create more, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's episode. Peace.